Since we're talking about age, I want to ask you, ladies, what's the youngest are you willing to date? And be honest, hey, be honest. Don't give me the political correct answer.
The honest age, 30.
30. Okay, all right. 30.
That's 4 years
26.
younger?
Yes.
30. 29? No? 29?
No, just a push. It's getting too low now.
So 30 is the cutoff for you. 30 is the
Yeah,
cutoff.
30 is my cutoff.
Okay, what about you, Christine? What's your cutoff?
So the guy I'm with right now, he's actually 2 years younger. So I'm 25. And even like just thinking about someone being 21 is like, that's too young. So I think I would cut it at 23.
23? Okay, and then 23 is too young. All right, cool. And then Eesha, what about you? What's your cutoff?
I'd say like 27, 28 and above. Like, I mean, some of the guys who talk to me are younger than me, but like, they come off mature and like you can have a conversation, but sometimes it just pops up, like, like something that is relevant to their age that they're not mature enough. It just comes up, like, suddenly something immature comes up and you're like, like,
okay,
it just goes into like, my body is attracted to you, but my mind gets pissed off when you speak, like, so like, yeah, so I would prefer, if I'm to settle down, if I'm having fun with somebody, as long as they're mature, can hold a conversation, then I'm fine with dating someone like two years or something younger than me. But if I really want to settle down now, I used to have the idea that I don't really care about age as long as they're mature, but now I feel like somebody who's at least from 2 years older to me upwards, I'm fine.
Okay.
What's too old for you?
Good. Yeah.
What's too old for me?
Like, what's the oldest you would date? What's the oldest would you guys date?
I would say, okay, so this is a bit of a cultural thing. So most like marriages and stuff in Sri Lanka, like they kind of have, sometimes you would find like a 10-year age gap. Especially like, back in the day, like my grandmother was married to somebody who was like 15 years older than her when she was 15. My mother and my dad, they have like a year gap. Like my best friend, one of my best friends and her parents, there's a 10-year gap. Like that, it differs. So I'm okay to go up to like 35, maybe 35
years apart. 35 years apart. Dang, that's a great.
No, like a guy who's 35. Jesus.
No.
Unless by like some weird miracle I decide to be a sugar baby. But I would 35. Go like a guy. Yeah, my cutoff would be someone who's like 35 or 36.
Okay, what about you, Talita? What's your cutoff?
Which I'm going to reference what she said about the culture thing. In Brazil, all my grandparents, like my mom, my dad, my stepmom and my dad, like they all have 10 years, 11 years, 12 years gap in between them. Like it's normal, it's common. Even now, I mean, now there's a lot of this closer ages too. It's not like traditional or whatever, but I don't like that for me. Like, I think that's a little too much. I think like 7, like 5 to 7 years.
5, 7 years. Okay.
That's a good bracket as far as like how far I want to take it, because not that I think they're too old. It's just, I just think at that point, like they've also lived a little bit more, and I want to be, there's certain things that I want to do where I find that men that are a little upper in their 40s, like towards the end of it, they're more chill and they don't want to do the extracurricular activities.
Yeah. The young people,
like,
yeah.
The young people want to go with and
turn up the club and stuff.
No clubbing, but like even like going out, like I look at my dad and his wife, like for example, there's that big gap. Like my dad wants to be a homebody and she wants to still go out, and I'm like, well, that's because you guys have this much. I'm not saying that there can't be a older gentleman and a younger girl that have stuff like that in common they want to, but I don't know. It's different lifestyle. I think as you age, it's a natural progression for people to slow down or like certain things or have certain interests. I don't want my partner to be interested in playing bingo and I want to freaking go to the beach. So
I think 5 years is like a good age, like
Yeah.
an age gap between two people. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
I saw a survey. I read a survey. They asked a majority of women like what was the age that they prefer when it came to dating older men. I think the average was like 5 years. That was like for most women.
Yeah, I think
They
so.
prefer 5 years was like the average. How about you, Christine? What's the oldest?
I agree with all of you guys because we have the same thing in my culture. It's up to 10 years, but I also agree, like, I think that's a little bit too much too. Like, for me, the oldest I've kind of talked to is like 31. And I think like that's my cutoff.
31. Okay. All right. And the last question before I ask another, this is a spicy question for you guys. So I know you all said the cutoff for dating, but what is the cutoff when it's just friends with benefits having sex? There's an age limit? Does it matter? If it's just having sex with the guy, does the age matter?
For me, I'm just gonna go first because like for me it does. Like because for me it's not just about the sex, it's also about the conversation and like, you know, how I hang out with them and stuff. So if it's somebody who's like 21, who's like the biggest thing they want to do is like go somewhere nice and do a TikTok, I'm gonna be like, sorry mate, I'm out. Like, you know, but like someone, I don't know, maybe, so I'm 26, so maybe someone like 25, like I can go like 1 or 2 years younger in terms of like sex, but like I wouldn't go like, you know, 18, 19, even though I do get hit up by that age bracket a lot.
Hey,
you never no, I don't want to explore that. No.
Just try it out. What about you guys, Talita, Krista? Does it, if it's just purely sex, no attachments, no commitment, does it matter?
Okay, I'll hang out with you just purely the physical. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't really care about that
Yeah,
part. I'm not
yeah,
gonna question your age.
yeah.
I'm gonna care about your it's gonna be about your performance. Let's just be honest. It's gonna be about your like how much experience you have, what you know. Because it has to match. I don't want to be a teacher. I don't want to have to teach you to grad school on that. Sorry.
Got you.
If you're 19 and you're super skilled and know all the things, cool. Let's do it. But if you're 18, I got to teach you everything from the basic. Nah, hard pass on that one.
Okay.
But as far as being older too, I don't care. Like, does your wing work? How many rounds can you go? Like, let's ask the real. I mean, if that's what I'm going for, those are the things I'm going to care about. Not like that you want to go. I don't know, go to the casino at noon later. I don't care what you're going to do. So
yeah. If you're older, just get those pills ready.
Yep. Just don't die. Just don't die. Because
Hold on. We're almost there.
Like, I swear to God, I didn't squeeze his head with my thighs. That was not what happened.
Got him in a deadlock.
I love that. Like your energy is so much like mine. It's ridiculous.
I'm trying to be good here.